Hey there, Virgos. This is your May 2019 channel message from Spirit and horoscope. Everything you need to hear to make the most out of May 2019. And like I always say, you can watch the telly or you can watch the Kelly. Because there's some spirituality that you want, you can always come to Kelly Lunt. Before we dive in, I want to let you know that I put together a free guided meditation to take you on a journey to the Temple of Masters for you to meet your very own spirit guide. The link is in the upper right hand corner. Comment below, let me know how it goes. All right, without further ado, Virgos. Let it rest, let it rest, let it rest. Be at peace, be at peace, be at peace. They meant you no harm, they meant you no wrongdoing. It was simply an extreme case of miscommunication. Defense mechanism against defense mechanism. Virgos typically tend to have a trait of being perfectionists, so you're very good at analyzing situations. Some might call it deflection. You're very good at analyzing situations outside of your emotional self, Virgo. Let go of the other person and turn your attention inward. Is there growth for me in this situation? Is there an old fear I'm letting go of? Is there a different way that I could have acted in the situation? A little more introspection for you this month, this entire month. We would love for you to make it about introspection. Was there a way I could have said that would have evoked better feelings in the people? Is there a different way to communicate that I can learn about? How did the person feel when I worded it this way? Was I being fully honest? A little more introspection this month, Virgos, is gonna take you leaps and bounds in your personal growth for you to get what it is you want, whether it be a promotion or that lover that you want. Introspection, introspection, introspection. And with that, we invite Kelly to pull a 3-card general spread and then her usual spread. All right, Virgo, we got some introspection to do this month. And it looks like Spirit wants me to do a 3-card spread for you guys. Oh, wow. Wow, this is so interesting. Okay, so you guys like kind of have the potential to have it all, Virgos, because you got the 9 of Water upright. You got the Sun, Major Arcana card upright. You got the 9 of Earth upright, though. So 9 of Water is kind of like the card of letting you know what you want can come, well, both of these cards. You got the Minor and the Major Arcana card about like your wishes can come true. What you want is like right around the corner. You can definitely have it all. What you want, it's definitely a possibility for you. But it's followed by the 9 of Earth upright. And what that means is that there's just a little bit of hyper focus on what went wrong, what's not going well. You're not even noticing everything that's going well. Upright means you're enjoying life, you're enjoying being, sometimes it indicates that you're enjoying being single card, you're enjoying your money, you're enjoying life. But you're not. It looks like there's a situation that you're being hypercritical of and hyper analyzing. Instead of trying to figure out what was the other person thinking, what were they doing, do the introspection, guys, because this is the ultimate. You have the rainbow and the pot of gold, but you are turning your back to it and just looking at the ugly swamp. When if you would just turn around, you would see the rainbow, the pot of gold, the beautiful lush land, if you would just turn around the other way, guys. So just be aware of that. Try to, just meditate for 3 minutes. Just focus on your breath, focus on your lungs expanding out, focus on your lungs deflating. Get present in the moment. And then what are just 3 things that are going well for you? Well, my heater works. Well, my clothes are clean. I got paid today. What are 3 things that are going well for you? And just do that practice. Just do that practice every day for like a week and you'll see your energy shift. Okay, so as always, we're going to pull your soul level lesson for the month, your human level lesson, your energy that's challenging it with a little look into the past, present, future. Then we'll look at your love. Then we'll look at business, money, business for my business, people out there, and then we'll maybe look at spiritual growth after that. Okay. Wow. This is very interesting. So remember what they said about there's a little mindset switch that you need to do about introspection. Turn your focus inwards and listen to the general theme they gave you about happiness is there for you now. If you would just kind of stop focusing on what went wrong. Because your soul level lesson this month is like the queen of fire. It's like it's the don't doubt your emotions, don't doubt your passions. If there's something that you want to do, someone that you want to call, something that you want to do, a promotion that you want to apply for, you don't need to hyper analyze your emotions on it. Know that as you get more passionate, as you get older, your emotions can be instinctual for you and guide you correctly. For people who have gone through like healing, if you grew up with like a trauma household, abuse household, sometimes you do have to recalibrate your emotions. You have to recalibrate what's a no, what's a yes. How do you say no to a no, and how do you say yes to a yes? Sometimes you have to recalibrate that. This is letting you know that you're more in touch with your emotions and your passions. It's about not doubt. Your soul is literally yearning. Don't doubt. Don't hyperanalyze. Don't be overly critical on your emotions, because like what's happening is you are making decisions later. You are losing out on opportunities because you're overanalyzing. This is definitely saying that trust what you feel passionate about and go for it. Even if it doesn't work out the exact way that you would want it to, there's still a huge lesson for you to learn in it to get you towards what you want. And I gotta say, I reached out to an ex. I had no idea how it was gonna work out. It didn't work out in the sense of like reconnecting or anything, but it did give me a sense of closure after each time. Just the conversation, he didn't change. It gave me that closure instead of hyper analyzing. What if he changed? What if this happened? Trust your instincts and act on it instead of overanalyzing. That's what your soul is yearning for. Your human level lesson. This is the ultimate fun card of the deck. This is literally the ultimate go run around outside. Just go do something for the fun of it, not because there's an intention, not because there's something you're going to learn, but simply because it's going to be fun for you. So your soul is get out of critical overanalyzing, because your human level lesson is to like literally have more fun. So in terms of law of attraction, if you guys just go, okay, so this is what I'm doing and I'd love to have more fun. How can I do this in a more fun way? And that's it, just do that ask. Well, I'm going to do XYZ. Is there a way that I can do it with more fun? Is there a way I could do it with more ease? Is there a way to do it to get it done or would be more enjoyable for me? And if an idea comes, don't analyze it. Do it that way. Give it a try. It's about letting go. This card combo can also be about letting go of worrying about what others think about you. Because the reason why all of this is coming up is you got the Queen of Earth upright. And the Queen of Earth upright is she's a queen that definitely has balance. She's not hyper-focused on money. She's not hyper-focused on love. She's not hyper-focused on growth. She's kind of the queen of balance. She's the queen of pleasure and work, family, fun, and financial reward. So you kind of are yearning to have a much more peaceful place in life. Hence, if you want to be more peaceful, you got to quit the hamster wheel rat racing of over analyzing everything, and you have to just discover new ways of getting things done that feel more fun, a little more positively uplifting. Okay, in terms of your past, you got the Dreamer card, the Fool card in traditional tarot deck upright. Then you've got the Eight of Fire upright, followed by the Page of Air upright. This is interesting. This is very interesting, Virgos. So the Fool card means you definitely want to turn a new leaf. There's definitely a new... Okay, I'm just going to tell you, guys, what I'm saying. You want to start a new chapter of your life. It definitely deals with more fun, more balance between work and fun and pleasure. You want to start that new leaf. It looks like there's a little bit of clearing the air of the past to do. because this is the card of communication. This is kind of the card of events are picking up. Kind of like, you know, a farmer, first he has to go and till the land and then plant the seeds. And there's not much that happens in the beginning. You can't see the seed growing. You can't see it sprouting. You have to wait a while for it to burst through the ground. This tends to be the card when like it bursted through the ground and it starts growing rapidly, it starts budding. So things are going to definitely pick up for you, especially since it's followed by the page of air after this. Because the pages, it's definitely, you don't know how, whatever it is you want to do, you don't know how it's going to turn out. And the cards are definitely not indicating how it's going to turn out. It is definitely going to be for your growth and in the long term better for you. Without a doubt, whatever it is that you're thinking of doing or want to do, it's going to be better for you in the long run. It's just not there enough yet to know how it's going to work out. Yeah. So you want to start a new segment of your life. For some of you, that means there's a little bit of clearing the air, very likely with the past lover, especially for the Queen of Earth to come up right there. Or it might be a past lover, it might be a family member, it might be a coworker, it might be an old boss. You know, I remember one time for whatever reason, I hit fear when I was applying for a new job. And when I just gave an old boss a phone call that I thought there was ill will towards, when I realized, oh, there was no ill will, it just kind of cleaned up my energy and I went forth and I applied for my next job and I got it. So there's a little bit, for some of you, there's definitely a little bit of clearing up of the past that needs to get done in order for you to take this new turn of leaf. For others of you, it's just about knowing that just around the corner, probably likely mid-month, maybe not even, for some of you, this will be now. For some of you, it'll be mid-month. Things are going to start picking up for you again, and you're going to start feeling clear about your direction ahead. Pretty good month for you guys, I'd say. Way to go, Virgo. I'm happy for you. Even my ex is watching this. All right, so let's take a look at love specifically. Okay, well, love is not going the way you want it to go at all. You guys are definitely trying to let go of a past lover. This is the third time it's come up in this read. You got the Six of Water reversed, you got the Emperor reversed, you got the Two of Water reversed. And it's kind of letting you know you either got to do healing, you either got to reach out to the ex, or you got to like get your closure in your own way. Because with the Two of Water reversed, like no new love is really going to come in and flourish until you kind of clean up the past. Because the Six of Water upright is like when you're reminiscing about the past, when you're just kind of thinking about the good times, reminiscing, but it's reversed. So this is when those, I'm not going to think about my ex, I'm not going to think about my ex, I'm not going to think about my ex, I'm not going to think about that past person, but like it's still taking up some of your energy. Think of it like a pie, right? If 25% of your pie filling is full of rotted vegetables, then you're not going to be there fully present for new lovers coming in. So there's definitely, it kind of looks like there's a little bit of giving up on love because you got the Emperor reversed too. So there's a little bit of maybe love isn't everything that I thought it would be. Maybe relationships aren't everything I thought it would be. That's not the case, though, guys. It's not the case. It's just you haven't met the one yet, or perhaps you just haven't figured out. Honestly, I think it more has to do with cohesive, effective communication. And since you're Virgos, you very likely have read books, you very likely have taken courses, you very likely have read in theory how it's done, but now you're doing like the practical, the how do you implement it? Because sometimes it really depends on the other person too. You know, like even though you might be ready to have a conversation, you initiate it, but what if the other person is thinking about something else on their mind, and you word it in a productive way, but then they go, huh, what are you talking about? If you just close off and get defensive, well, I tried, but they weren't blah, 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 blah. Honeys, that's not effective communication. That's, oh, were you spacing out? Well, what were you thinking about? Talk to them a bit. Build comfort. Oh, is that what you were thinking about? Okay, well, hey, can I switch your attention to another topic that I'd love to talk to you about? Yeah, sure. Okay, great. Well, I wanted to talk about XYZ. It's about like knowing that what is on your mind, because you got it reversed. What is on your mind and what you think is most important to talk about may not be what's first on their mind. So if they're thinking about that work problem at work and then you go, honey, we got to do XYZ, they're like, huh? What? You can't get mad at that. So there's a little bit of cleaning up of your of communication. Pretty much, you're like you know how to communicate. You're freaking Virgos, but you're learning loving communication this month. You're learning how to communicate in a way that like builds camaraderie, that builds bonding, that builds intimacy. Because honestly, guys, we want to see all these cards upright. Once you get they showed up in your reading. These are all great cards to get for love. They were all reversed though. Once these are upright, the new relationship is starting. You feel in control of your emotions, you feel empowered, and you guys are going to make some beautiful memories together, okay? So you're on the right. Don't give up on love. In short, Virgo, don't give up on love. You're just really learning the little bit more of the loving communication and a little bit more of just because it's on your mind doesn't mean it's on their mind right away. And it might seem like, especially since you guys are Virgos, it might seem random what they're speaking instead of just dismissing them. Because when you dismiss them, you're silly, you're dumb, what are you even talking about? That's dismissing them, and that creates a separation between you two. Instead, just laugh and go, babe, you didn't all answer the question that I was focused on. What's going on? What's going on in your world a little bit? Let's hear about it. Oh, sorry, babe, I was just thinking about XYZ. Oh, okay, come give me a hug. Resolve their problem first and connect. And then go, are you ready to talk about what I want to talk about? Yeah. That's like bringing you two together. I wish I had a book that I can think of for you two to read, but I don't know one off the top of my head. But essentially, a little bit more loving communication that brings the two of you together. Because over time, if you make little snide comments, little snide remarks, that's just going to create a barrier between you two instead of closing the intimacy gap. All right. Oh, and then don't forget that sometimes you got to get on the same page as a person before you talk about a line on that page. Sometimes you just have to, how was your day? How was your day? Well, okay, when you feel better, I want to talk about XYZ with you. Sometimes you got to do that, guys. Okay, so now we're going to look at business. Okay, so for your business, okay, for my business owners out there, you got to move on from a past mistake. Instead of trying to fix the past mistake, you got to move on and just take a new direction. It's kind of like, you know, if you bought a car that was a lemon and you spent money to fix it, and then you spent money to fix it, and then you spent money to fix it, and you're getting to the point where it's like, well, hot diggity, I could have just bought a new car. Sometimes in psychology, it's like, just Google the psychology of addiction. When people put in a quarter at a slot machine, they think every quarter they put in, it ups their chances to getting the big payout. When in fact it doesn't. Base statistic, guys. I only took introduction to stats in college, and the odds are exactly the same each time. But it's for the person, the emotions of the person. It's like they just keep thinking it's going to pay out even more. So just buy the new car, you know? I'm not telling you guys to actually buy a new car. I'm just giving you an analogy right now. So there's just a past mistake that there's either a little bit of brooding on, or you're focused on trying to fix it instead of just moving on and launching again. You know, guys, in my business, there have been some times where I've had an inspired idea to like launch a program and no one signed up. But there was something for me to learn well, I've had various lessons in business. Some people will, well, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And then before you know it, you're not launching something new. You're just so focused on what you did wrong. Or you're, oh my God, no one wanted to show up. That means I'm out of business. I just give up. No, guys, business is about being consistent with actions, learning from them. If they did well, repeat. If they didn't do well, it was a mistake. What did you learn from it? And move on. Because sometimes I have 50 people show up to workshops. Sometimes I have 2. I've also done one workshop where I've had 0. Sometimes I have 30. Sometimes I have 40. It's just about you being consistent with your product, you being consistent with your service. That's what you're learning this month. It's about consistency in your efforts to get consistent results. Okay, that's your business lesson. All right, let's see. In terms of, let's see if you got any spiritual growth coming up. Oh my God, you guys actually have spiritual growth. Whoa. Not a lot of signs have spiritual growth, and it's kind of surprising for a Virgo because y'all even work more than Capricorns. Okay. You guys are definitely soul searching. You're definitely looking for the meaning of life. You're definitely looking for more fulfillment in life. You got the Ego card upright, the Chariot card upright, the Ace of Earth upright. So in order for you to get that new start in life, that new happy perspective in life, that new perception shift of how to enjoy life besides just working yourself to death, it's going to come from this is that soul searching they were talking about, guys. You really got to, instead of, some of you might be deflecting, maybe projecting. This is kind of a little more deflecting though, where you blame the other person for what you're doing yourself. And this is very common for career-oriented men. That is career-oriented men's most common defense mechanism. So, love yourself, know that it's okay, but in order for you to get the forward movement to the happiness, to the new start in life that you're searching, that definitely has to deal with the meaning of life, feeling more fulfilled in life, you got to start taking a hard look at yourself. Why did I really word it that way? Why did I really invite them for XYZ? Why was I unwilling to do XYZ? You really got to take that hard look at yourself. If you guys want a book to read Awakening to Your Life's Purpose by Eckhart Tolle. It is a dense read. I personally had to read it a couple of times to really absorb the full depth of it, because it really helps you unwind your thinking to understand your motivations, why you did something, why you didn't do it. That'd be a really good book to read. You gotta take a hard look at yourself to get the forward movement, to get the fulfillment in life that you want. Okay, let's pull another spread for you guys. How can we just give me 3 cards for advice for Virgos to be happy this month? Because it kind of sounds like they're going through a lot. Just to help them be happy. Okay. In order for you guys to be happy this month, you got to stop viewing relationships as a combat. You got to stop viewing relationships as you're competing against the other person. You have to start viewing it as there's your need, there's my need. Your need is as important to me as my need is as important to you. It's about trusting that the other person, they won't be satisfied until your need is met. You don't have to be so defensive with your needs, because it literally feels like you're pushing away and like war to the other person. So it's really more about kind of just understanding that the person you're going to be with, your need is their need. Take their need as your need too. Because what happens for people who are very defensive about protecting their needs, they also tend to, when the other person's just trying to, hey babe, I need XYZ, they tend to, you should take care of your need. That's your responsibility. That's your sense of self-worth. You take care of your need. So that just feels like war to the other person, guys. Their need is my need is their need. How do we come together for all are involved? And it kind of looks like there's a little bit, you got the 3 of air upright, so there's a little bit of just admitting, I feel sad. I feel sad that it didn't work out the way I thought it would. I feel sad that it didn't work out. But the biggest thing that's going to help you get happiness is like the Knight of Air upright. This is like, get out there, take some action, like take a breath of fresh air. I mean, if you guys want to get super spiritual woo-woo, you can do what's called earthing, where you stand outside in the grass for like 15 minutes. You're Virgos though, you're probably not going to like that. Go on a hike, but go on a hike instead of the goal and intention of hitting the end goal. Do it with the intention of to be with your body, to stop and smell the roses, to notice the different flowers, to just be spending, that's how you're spending your time. So there needs to be a little bit of movement. If you guys want a chant, do the OM chant. You can just play that at night when you're sleeping. You can play it at day in the background music. That would be a good one to get the energy moving within you. So there's a little bit of, you just got to get out there and take some action. And it's definitely about kind of reconnecting with nature, about reconnecting instead of just do. Help mom, helped sister, did work, helped the client, cleaned my house. Now I'm on vacation. I'm drinking, so I'm having fun. I'm dancing, so I'm having fun. I'm walking around, so I'm having fun. I'm taking pictures, so I'm having fun. Guys, that's exhausting. It's just, okay, now's for the time for me just to be. I get to wake up and just watch TV. I get to wake up and stare at the clouds. You kind of, you got to take the action to really have that downtime. That's what's going to help you guys be happy this month. All right, y'all, don't forget, if you would like to meet your spirit guide, click the link in the upper right hand corner. You will enter your name and email, and my beautiful assistant set up some text so that it gets automatically emailed to you guys. So if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment. It's a great way to help show appreciation back to the channel. And don't forget, I'm going to start going live to do live reads for people on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Follow my community tab, and I'll post about it on there. Okay, love you guys. Mwah.